guys, so it is my last week of college and I thought I would make a video while I get ready and make some breakfast about 10 things that I learned in college that I think would be useful for other people who are either in college, about to go into college, anything like that. So yeah. The first couple tips are going to be kind of like, you should probably already know them, but the first one I can think of is to join clubs. Like, that sounds like obviously you should join clubs. No, like, really join clubs. That is how you're gonna make friends. Like, I did not join very many clubs, but I did go like to club meetings sometimes, or like on little trips that clubs did with friends, and that is where I met some really good friends of mine. So definitely get out there, find something you enjoy. I go to a small private school and there are like hundreds of clubs. Like, you can create a club for anything. There are the most random clubs. There's a recycling club. Like, people who just go recycle together. Like, if that's your interest, go do that. There's a reading club. If you want to read with other people, go join the reading club. Like, that's how you make friends. And I wish someone would have told me that sooner, because I feel like freshman year I didn't do anything. I didn't go to school events. I didn't do anything. So I would definitely recommend finding a club that you're interested in and then making friends based off that, because those people are also going to be interested in what you're interested in. The second tip that I have is make friends early. I can be extroverted, but I'm not really one to go out of my way to like talk to people I don't know. I have this rule that, like, on the first day of school, and I did this in high school too, or like as I moved to different schools, like middle school, high school, whatever. The first day of classes, whoever you're sitting by, like whether you chose to sit by them or they chose to sit by you and you don't know each other, introduce yourself. Like, I feel like as a girl, at least, that's how I know if I click with someone. If I can introduce myself to you and immediately we've started up a conversation, or immediately I feel like a connection to this person, that's how women work. So just introduce yourself. Like, find another girl who's like not sitting with anyone and be like, hi, my name is Kaylin and I don't know what I'm doing here, because no one else will know what they're doing there either. If you wait till senior year and you're like, hi, my name's Kaylin and I don't know what I'm doing even though I've been on this campus for 3 years, it's gonna be a little awkward. So make friends early. Like, introduce yourself, get to know the people, especially in your major, early. My next tip is one that I wish someone would have told me immediately. Because, backstory, my mom used to work in the bookstore of said university, and she would give me all like the tips and the tricks to buying your books early, being one of the first ones to get your book order in, so that way you weren't waiting till like the day before classes to get your books in, whatever. So I was like always on time, always getting that book order in, getting all my books ordered so I could get the used one, so I didn't have to pay the money to buy a new one. Like, I was on top of it. I wish somebody would have just looked at me and been like, half the time, probably 75% of the time, you don't even need the book that you just bought or ordered or rented or whatever it is. You don't even need it. Like, I don't know if it's a requirement for professors to put like a book or two on their syllabus and say that you need to get that book. Like, I don't know, that might be a professor requirement. Like, for all I know, professors have to do that. But, for example, this semester, I only had one class that had an in-person book. and I was on top of it. And I was like, I'm gonna go get this book. I didn't even open it out of the plastic. Like, that's how much I did not use this book. So my recommendation is you don't need to be early. You don't need to be early because half the time you're not even gonna need the book. I feel like you can tell within the first couple of classes, like if you're even gonna need the book. My next tip is, well, actually the next couple of tips are gonna be more like self-related more than school-related, but I think they're still like useful for people. The first one being like, don't expect, like I went to a college close to where I grew up, like my hometown. Don't expect that your friend group will stay the same. Like, I knew my main people that I was friends with in high school were going to go to the same university that I was going to. And I thought, that's perfect. We'll all be besties for the rest of our life. And then you're all in different majors, you're all making your own friends. Not to say that it can't work. Like, you definitely could remain friends with all of the people that you went to high school with. But like, the chances of that actually happening are really slim. And no one like warned me of that. And I feel like as a woman, I was so like upset when I was like, oh my gosh, not all my friends are gonna remain my friends for the rest of my life. And so I wish like somebody would have sat me down and been like, it's totally fine. It's okay that that's the way that it is. But your friend group will or can change drastically. You might find yourself being attracted to people, like friendships with people you would have never thought you'd be friends with. But you know, you're changing, everyone else around you is changing. Like, you're 18 to 21 to 22 is like such a weird time period. Like, you're so changing so much. Just, it's okay to make new friends and lose those old ones. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. My next tip is going to be, it's okay to give yourself a break every once in a while. It's okay if you need a mental health day or you just are not feeling it to skip class once in a while. I'm not saying every week you should be skipping class. Don't do that. But it's okay if, let's say once a month, you're just not feeling it and you're like, I can't do this today. I had a professor, love him, who was like, if you don't feel good mentally, physically, whatever, don't come to class because you're not going to focus. You're not even going to hear what the professor is saying most times if you're not in the mood to hear it. So he literally would be like, don't come to class. Like, if you don't feel good mentally, you don't feel good physically, don't come here because you're not going to learn anything. So if you need to take a break, you need to skip a class. Don't let people make you feel bad about that. Take the day off. Go do something for yourself, like self-care. Another self one is keep health a priority in your life. College will drain you of all energy you've ever had in your life. College will make you feel like you cannot do anything else. You can't even get out of bed unless it's to go to class, and then you come home and then you go back to bed. Like, keep your health a priority. I did not. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a tip that I did not follow. I did not keep my health a priority. I was like, freshman 15 is totally fine. It's not. Like, keep your health a priority. Like, your body will change because especially as a woman, your body will just change. But keep health a priority. Like, focus on going to the gym if that's your thing. Like, eating healthy if that's something you're into. Like, keep that a priority because it will make you feel better. It will be easier to go do other things like school, work, whatever it is, if you can keep that health in mind. Drink water. Don't go out and drink alcohol and show up to class drunk, because don't do that. Like, keep your health a priority. Don't lose sight of yourself. Like, don't do that. Okay, so going back to tips that actually revolve around school, electives are dumb. Unless you go to like a really big university where there's a lot of teachers who can do fun electives. Like, I saw a school who does a Taylor Swift class. Like, literally the class revolves around dissecting Taylor Swift lyrics. Like, that would be fun. I don't go to a big university that has a lot of teachers, so most of my electives are just like psychology would be an elective that I could take, or like more for my major, like more marketing classes, more whatever it may be. Most of the time, electives are just dumb. So choose easy ones. Like, ask your friends, what electives have you taken? I took sign language. And I kid you not, the easiest class I've ever done. Did I learn sign language? I can sign Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I could maybe sign my name, but I don't know sign language. And I took beginner, intermediate, and advanced sign language. I didn't even do half the assignments in the class, and I still got an A. So choose the easy ones. Choose ones that you're gonna breeze right through. So my next 2 tips are kind of gonna go hand in hand. And I would just like to say, internships are so helpful. If your university does not require you to get an internship, get an internship. Like, go get an internship. I mean, it is almost a guaranteed job as long as you're good at what you're doing. Do as many internships as you can. Do one every summer. Do one as often as you can, because internships are your way into the world. Along with that, your college, university, whatever you call it, has resources available for you that you should use. Like, for example, my university has like a career readiness people, employees who are there to do mock interviews with you, to help you find internships, to help you find future jobs, like, and they're so helpful. And like, as a freshman, I was like, I'm never, ever going out of my way to go ask someone else for help. I have got this. And I did not have it. And I did actually end up going to them, and they are so helpful. So use the resources that your college or university provides to you. You will not regret it. Now, this last tip is the most important one, and it's not even really a tip, it's just fact. Every college experience is completely different. My college experience is not going to be the same as anyone else's college experience because it's my experience. Whether you work part-time while you're in college or you don't because you're able to do that, that's a difference. Like, there are so many differences in my college experience to everyone that I'm friends with in college. Find what works for you. Like, genuinely find what works for you and stick with it. Like, if you're a motivated person and you want to take 20 credit hours, take 20 credit hours. If you're the kind of person that's like, I'm in college for 4 years, I'm milking this crap, I'm going to take 15 credit hours. Like, you choose your journey. And make sure that you choose one that you're not going to look back on and regret. I think that's the most important thing, is choose a college experience that you're going to look back on and be like, this was the best time of my life, or at least a good time. Maybe not the best time, but at least a good time. And truly just like live in the moment. College goes by so fast. And then you're like a real adult and you have to actually go and do things. And like, I'm kind of nervous, but we're going to make it work. So truly live in the moment, truly enjoy college. Make sure you're going to a college that you actually enjoy, because I think that probably makes a really big difference. If you're not enjoying your college, go to a different one. You want to go to a college halfway across the world from where you're going, from where you grew up, I mean, do it. You want to go to the college right next to your house? Do it. You want to go to a college in another country? Do it, because you will not regret it. You won't. If it's something that you're enjoying and you have fun with, do it. So those are my tips for college. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly enjoyed making it. If you have any questions or you have other tips for people who might want them, leave them in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to. And I can't wait to see you again next week when I make another video, hopefully. We'll see. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I hope the Lord blesses you in so many different ways. So I will see you when I see you.